Right now, the new international threats the U.S. and its embassies are facing.
Also, are the iPhone 5 pre-sales living up to Apple's expectation?
All this and more, 96 News starts right now.
Hello everyone and welcome to 96 News. This is the week of September 17th. I'm Vanessa Mieses.
And I'm Matthew Hall.
Monday marked the first anniversary of Occupy Wall Street movement. New York City police officers were posted at major banks and government buildings and guarded Wall Street's landmark Charging Bull. This year's protests attracted about 1,000 activists who went about disrupting traffic and surrounding the New York Stock Exchange. The group also sponsored a series of activities over the weekend, but the New York Police Department reported having arrested about 36 people at those events.
People are burning U.S. flags and chanting "Death to America." Indonesian police fired tear gas and water cannons to disperse hundreds of demonstrators who crowded outside a U.S. embassy in Jakarta, Indonesia, which is the capital of the most populous Muslim nation in the world. These demonstrations were ignited by a short film made by private funds in the United States and posted on the internet that depicted the Prophet Muhammad as a fool, a womanizer, and a homosexual. Iranian officials have demanded the U.S. to apologize to Muslims for the film, saying it was only the latest in a series of Western insults aimed at Islam's holy figures. The identity of those directly responsible for it remains uncertain. Clips posted online since July have been associated to a man named Sam Basil.
Well, I got to outrun the rain. I got to the studio and about a minute later the rain started. How about you?
I, however, did not make it. I was soaked
That
once
makes
again.
it 2 weeks in a row. No
Yeah.
wonder you're not getting over that cold. Victoria Garcia, when is the rain gonna hold up?
Afternoon thunderstorms will continue again this week, beginning with Tuesday with a high of 87 and a low of 74. Wednesday and Thursday's highs will be in the lower 80s in the morning and lower 70s at night. And Friday, temperatures will be in the upper 80s again with very little chance of thunderstorms. For your weekend, expect hot and humid weather accompanied with a few storms in your area. For 96 News, I'm Victoria Garcia.
Thank you, Victoria. While a woman gets physically violent on a bus, reporter Jennifer Browning tells us more. Jennifer.
1 year after beating a 14-year-old on a public school bus, former bus attendant Hattie Branch took a plea deal on charges of child abuse. On June 2, 2011, Branch was recorded on surveillance as beating a 14-year-old boy after a small dispute between the students on the bus. The 14-year-old threw a 5-year-old boy over a bus seat where he accidentally kicked Branch on the back of her shoulder. Branch claims that the 14-year-old threatened to cause her physical harm on many previous occasions. She believed that she was kicked intentionally by the boy and decided to take action. In retribution and defense, as Branch claimed, she struck the 14-year-old several times and bit his back twice. Facing a third-degree felony at her trial this week, Branch decided to plead guilty to child abuse and take a 1-year probation sentence.
I think they should go to prison, you ask me. It's very violating. Yeah, I think she should rot in jail, if you ask me.
I don't understand how they would choose probation over that. I mean, she's abusing a child. So, I mean, that's somebody's kid. And they're possibly scarred that kid for the rest of their life, you know?
Due to the nature of the incident, she was ordered by the judge not to volunteer or work at jobs involving juveniles. Branch will also be undergoing anger management classes as a part of her probation. For 96 News, I'm Jennifer Browning.
Thank you, Jennifer. The new iPhone 5 presale is off to a better start than Apple predicted. Within the first 24 hours, Apple pre-ordered over 2 million new iPhone 5 models. This is set up for a strong and stable holiday quarter, which Apple expects to sell 45.2 million phones during that time. The new phone is in stores Friday for walk-in purchase, and it features a larger 4-inch screen and is slimmer and lighter than the previous model. The phone also supports a faster 4G network and comes with many new software updates, including Apple's brand new in-house Maps feature.
A Winter Haven resident is enduring the pain of getting a new tattoo that can potentially save his life. 6 years ago, Lehman was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. Now insulin dependent, Lehman's everyday life can be a struggle. Over the years, he has worn and misplaced many different medical bracelets that would help emergency response teams with his condition. But now he doesn't have to worry about losing them anymore because he has his medical information permanently tattooed on his left wrist, making it easier for paramedics to be aware of his condition.
While that tattoo may be saving his life, others are causing a new health risk. Reporter Johnny Fernandez has the latest.
The Food and Drug Administration and the Center for Disease Control are holding tattoo artists and ink manufacturers to a higher standard. They might be giving their clients more than a tattoo. Over the last month, health officials have seen cases of infected tattoos traced back to tattoo ink. The ink is found to be contaminated by non-tuberculosis mycobacteria, or NTM. NTM is a bacteria caused by the organism M. colonie that can be found in water and cause the skin infection.
Needs any touch-ups, you can come back and I'll touch it up for free.
Black Swan tattoo artist Phil Snyder has been tattooing in Lakeland for 3 years. He expresses how he feels about the situation.
Buying from reputable tattoo supply companies and stuff like that, then you don't really have anything to worry about. Like a lot of the bigger brand names, they're held a little more accountable than some of these little brands that no one's ever heard of before.
The FDA did release new guidelines for getting tattoos, so the next time you hear this, make sure that you go to a licensed registered tattoo parlor, and if you have any problems with your skin, contact a medical professional immediately. Reporting from Lakeland, Johnny Fernandez, 96 News.
Thank you, Johnny. Now over to Angie Quesada with sports.
Thank you, guys. Well, folks, Alabama and LSU are back atop of the Associated Press college football poll, holding down number 1 and 2 the way they did most of last season. The Crimson Tide is number 1 for the 3rd straight week, and it was almost unanimous. The difference last year was LSU was first and Alabama landed second until the Tide won the national championship game. Well, now in the NBA, after a big move for Orlando Magic center Dwight Howard, the general manager of the Lakers, Mitch Kupchak, is not worried about the big man's injuries or rehab. He told the press that they have yet to discuss an extension with him and that they took a gamble that he will re-sign with the team next year after he experiences a season in Los Angeles with teammates such as Kobe Bryant, Steve Nash, and Paul Gasol. It's going to be a big year. Well, I'm Angie Quesada with 96 Sports. Back to you.
Thank you, Angie.
Well, that's all the time we have left for today. Keep it here on 96 News for all the latest and breaking news, weather, and sports. I'm Matthew Hall.
I'm Vanessa Mieses. Have a great week, everyone.